Jay Quan and my man
Chris Brooks, most definitely.
We're gonna show you how to feed a family of 4 for less than $20. Chris, what's the musical inspiration for today?
Today, it was one of my favorite songs ever by a gentleman by the name of Bob James.
Bob James.
And one of my favorite tracks ever by Bob would be Nautilus.
Oh, the classic.
Classic. So many good, great hip-hop records come out of that record.
Yeah, well, no question. Nautilus is dope on its own.
Yeah.
Just as a piece of music.
Yeah.
And I can remember that one. My mom had a lot of, as you can see, I'm rocking the CTI shirt today, his record label, or the record label he was on. But had a lot of CTI records, a lot of that kind of stuff. And he produced a lot for Grover Washington Jr. So I grew up on Nautilus before, it was even a hip hop thing.
It's a lot of influence in there. One of my favorite Grover Washington records is Knucklehead. I can hear a lot of Bob James in there.
You can hear it in there. You can definitely hear it in there. Nautilus was dope, man. I think one of the joints that I really, as far as you talk about hip hop, Follow the Leader by Rakim, the way that was utilized, and chopped up, and the echo and effect they put on it, that was a dope record. What other hip hop you feeling that used Nautilus?
Let me see. Well, you had that one. Oh God, just about naming that, everything just went blank in my head. Help me out with that, if at all.
Onyx, Throw Your Guns.
Throw Your Guns. Let me see. I think for me, one of my favorite tracks would be Beats to the Rhyme.
Oh, man.
By Run DMC, which was produced by my great friend Davey DMX.
No question.
Which is a whole segment in itself with Davey.
And that was a classic 12-inch because they had Run's House on the same joint.
Yeah.
And Davey DMX again. But yeah, I like the way that Davey, he made it hard. A lot of people who sampled Nautilus, they made it mellow.
Yeah.
It's a mellow track. But Davey, the way he did it, the tempo and everything, he made it real hard.
Yeah. He's always been heavily influenced on the bass lines.
Oh, no question.
But I do have a story where I did meet Bob James personally at the Jazz Festival.
Wow.
At
Share with the people, man.
We were busy as usual through the restaurant. I get a chance to get over there. I go to the signing tent. Everybody's got records. They got posters, sign my cast, whatever it was. But I'm the only person that's in line that really doesn't have anything. I ain't got no camera, no photographer, nothing like this. I walked up to him and I said, Mr. James, I'm Chris Brooks. I said, I'm a chef at a place called Kroger Spot in Richmond, Virginia. And I said, I got one question to ask you. He said, what is that? I said, how do you feel about hip hop? He read back on me, Jay, and he was like, hip hop? He was like, I love hip hop. And I guess he knew by me asking, we were speaking on not rap music,
right,
but hip hop.
Exactly.
And he was going through some of the producers that he's met, some of the MCs that he's met, not rappers, MCs that he's met,
right,
and how that expounded and basically re-resurrected his career.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
He told me, he was like, look, my albums had run their course through no later than, I'd say, the mid to late 80s and early 90s when he was going into stuff like Foreplay, the work that he did with Foreplay.
Certainly.
But he had already run his gamut through the theme song with Taxi, Nautilus, Mardi Gras, and everything else. But when I mentioned hip hop, his eyes actually lit up, and that knew that I had that he was a true fan.
Exactly. Yeah, no question about it, man. Another foundational breakbeat. Back in the days, Flash and them when he suspended, they called it the Bells.
Yeah.
But, it was of course Take Me to Mardi Gras, which was a remake of a Paul Simon song.
Yeah.
But of course we know Run and D. Peter Piper.
Yeah.
I think that was produced by Rick Rubin. Another way that they made a otherwise mellow song, they hyped it up a little bit. I'm trying to think who else rocked Take Me to the Mardi Gras in a way where we could
Well, I tell you what, I do remember Mantronic
chopped it up, yeah.
Thank you, El Bravado, who's on the camera today.
That's right.
The King of the Beats, Mantronic, Curtis Mantronic.
No question.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I do remember, and out of that same vein, he was also working with T-La Rock at that particular time, who did It's Yours, the first record on Def Jam.
And they had a song called Breaking Bells.
Breaking Bells.
And they redid it
on the 909.
Which was dope.
Yeah.
Which was dope. And early, before the sample craze even came, the Crash Crew had a song called Breaking Bells.
Yeah.
And the Sugar Hill Band, big up to Doug Wimbus, Keith LeBlanc, and them guys, they replayed it. So Bob James music, man, it runs, the DNA runs through hip hop, no question about it.
Yeah, heavily.
Heavily.
And I think for me, just You know, I'm like kind of like you, like El Bravador. As soon as I wake up in the morning, before I turn the TV on, find out what the world is doing on, I got to hit somebody's play button. Yeah, I need a record.
No question.
We're gonna jump into this kitchen right quick.
And what we're doing today, this episode is going to show you how you can feed a family of 4 for under $20.
What can I do for $20?
$20. We know that the economic times, for some people they're saying the economic times are really booming right now, but that's not reflective of everybody. So we're going to show you how you can feed a family of 4 or more for under $20.
And you know why that's important, Jay? I think it's important because in today's times, like you said, if you're lucky enough to be at home during dinner time, it's usually a rush thing.
That's right.
Sometimes the kids are at home by themselves,
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So what we plan on doing as a group and as a core, we want to show them how to fix something that's economical, it's real basic. So what we're going to do today, we got a bag of potatoes.
Okay.
We got some string beans.
Okay.
We got some corn. We got a whole chicken.
All right.
I would much rather my children learn how to put a chicken in the oven than to keep going out here and buying fast food all
That's
the
right.
time.
No question about
So
it.
what we're gonna do today, we're gonna season it up just like your mama did. We're gonna put a little rub on it.
Okay.
So I got some salt. I got some pepper.
Okay.
I got some garlic.
All right.
I got some Italian seasoning I'm gonna sprinkle on there, which is no more than thyme, basil, and oregano.
Okay.
But it always adds bite, a little bit of bite to it. And for my man El Bravador, I bought a little jerk seasoning. So yeah.
So you making the rub with those ingredients?
Yeah, I'm gonna make the rubs and we're gonna throw that in the kitchen. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna put the vegetables together and we're gonna show them how you can do something quick, easy, and safe.
And I think you want to talk about the music too. That's gonna be at some point, right?
Yeah. We gotta get that music.
The
whole concept is music and food because two of the most important things to a human being, period, are music and food.
That's right.
Music first and foremost because music is based off of emotion.
That's right.
So is cooking. But the music part is, music is usually made by people that feel in a certain way.
That's right.
Or they write a certain way, this, that, and the other. When you get in the kitchen,
That's right.
it's the same thing.
Okay.
You can start off with one blueprint or something, this, that, and the other. Throw a record on while you're cooking.
That's what I do.
And that whole dish gonna change by the time you get the plate.
Hey man, that's right. That's right. And that's 2 different kinds of nourishment. You got your musical nourishment and then you got your physical nourishment. So that's dope.
Yeah, if it ain't no gas in the tank, the car don't run.
There you go. So let's get into it.
Okay. All right, so the first thing I want to do is, Jade, I know you got cooking skills, this, that, and the other. Drum machines and saute pans all over your house. So I'm just gonna simply sprinkle it with a little salt and pepper and garlic. I had a chef tell me at one time you could never have too much garlic. Okay. But that ain't always the case, especially if you say something like that. I usually prefer minced garlic. But being that this is more than just a rub, we're gonna put it on to cover the chicken. Okay. And we're gonna throw this in the oven in just a second.
And did you do anything before that? Did you put any oil or anything on, or you just went right?
I'm old school. Grandma did no more than wash the chicken off, put on what she wanted to put on it, and then throw it in there.
Grandma, you can't go wrong with grandma.
And that's when you should be paying attention.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, so next I'll come on with a little bit of jerk, because my cousin El Bravador likes jerk seasoning on this chicken. And this is just, some spices. It's got a little paprika, so it'll help with a browning agent. Okay. And we're gonna throw it in. I like to do my chickens on both sides.
What is that you said, bro? A browning agent?
Yeah, browning agent.
Explain that to the people that don't know.
Well, a browning agent is no more than, if you cook things to a certain time and temperature and it's supposed to look a certain way, a browning agent would do no more than give it a little bit more color.
More perception.
Yeah, and especially
golden brown.
There aren't too many things that you can eat more beautiful than a big chicken.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? When it's nice, you know how your mama used to dip the pan and get all the shit. And I think that's something else we may do.
Let the brother get out.
We may add a little something, do a little au jus with it. That's my man Tom. But we live and in function, so we doing that thing. All right, so with the seasonings being done, the rub is already on. We're gonna put this in the oven and we're gonna come back and check on you in about 20-25 minutes and see the color of our bird. And then we can start on with our vegetables and we're gonna get this done. $20, you can feed a family of 4 or more.
All right, so what specific are you doing that night that we might help out the people at home? Any particular technique, or you just kind of?
Well, yeah. Well, I guess for me, It's all about speed and precision with it.
Okay.
So, the first thing you do, and I'm gonna teach anybody this.
Okay.
This is just like one of our regular DJ techniques. When you're cutting something, get a firm grip on it. Make like a bear claw. Can you see that?
Okay.
So you put your fingers over the top. Your thumb becomes your pushing agent.
Okay.
So, once I cut, I push. And always keep your blade next to your forefinger.
Okay.
All right? This gives you a guide. You don't have to go above your finger to cut anything.
Gotcha.
Just cover what you got. And with that comes speed.
Okay. And for the people out there that's trying this at home for the first time, when you do the speed, take your time.
Don't go fast.
You're not liable for no chopped off.
With repetition comes speed.
That's right.
All right?
That's right. You gotta put that disclaimer in there.
So the more so for the faint at heart, the more you do it, the faster you'll get.
Exactly.
Because Bruce Lee ain't learned how to throw nunchucks around his head the first day he got a fast nunchuck.
Take practice.
Turn it on low.
And then while that bird is in the oven, we're gonna take a ride. And we'll meet you right back here.
We're going to somewhere real dope.
Go. We at the historic mouth of the tunnel to the great
Richmond Coliseum.
man, memories here.
Man, what, man? It's been so much stuff go down in here, Jaquan. Anywhere from the circus to wrestling.
Wrestling, as they say.
Wrestling, monster trucks,
Fresh Fest.
Fresh
Def
Fest.
Jam Tour.
I seen the mothership drop in there.
Oh.
I seen Earth, Wind, and Fire up
I
in there.
seen Rick James light up in there.
What?
Seen, what'd you say?
I saw Rick James come in there and he had the two big joints on the side of the stage.
Oh, yeah.
And Rick James was so lit up, he came out and said, "What's happening in Norfolk?"
Yep.
And I think, you remember that?
I remember that.
I thought they was gonna kill
I
it.
seen Cameo in the Barcades in there.
Yeah.
I seen
These to the Barcades for more pyrotechnics than anybody I've seen in a black show.
Definitely.
They
I
blew
seen
up everything.
my group, man. The bar just came out. Switch. I
Switch.
seen
I seen Switch in there. Sky.
Oh man.
I seen Sky.
It was only a few feet from here that I shook Rakim's hand back in 87, 88.
Wow.
The Daddy-O, Jungle Brothers, right? A few feet down, man. This is a historic spot.
I got a story standing up at this part of the street. El Bravador was on his way to shoot Light as a Rock
Okay.
with MC Light in New York City. Public Enemy was in town that night.
Okay.
So I'm out here, and Chuck had been asking me, "Where's Brad?" And I told him that Brad was on his way to New York. Somehow Brad wound up going right by us in a rental car on his way to get on 95. I saw him, Chuck saw him,
Wow.
Flav saw him. We started running down the street, caught him down there by Jason's.
What's the odds?
You gotta remember all the people that saw Chuck D running down the street and wanted to know where we was going.
That's crazy.
Just
crazy.
to catch Brad.
That's crazy.
But the Coliseum is definitely one of those places. We saw Dr. J here. We saw
Harlem Globetrotters every March.
Yeah,
Every March.
Every March.
Every March, the Harlem Globe, right around March 20th, March 25th, the Harlem Globetrotters would come down here.
Meadowlark Lemon, Lee Salisbury, Clyde Austin from Richmond, Virginia.
Man.
Yeah.
Like you said, the Ringling Brothers.
Yeah. The Royal Lipizzan Stallions. I remember seeing the Russian.
Wow, you went back.
Yeah.
You went back. You went back.
Ain't got the name right.
Ain't got the name right. Pronounced it right. Said it right. Ric Flair. My grandmother used to really be heavily into wrestling, which is funny. When she would bring me down here, every time wrestling used to come, it seemed like every 2 or 3 weeks down here.
Yeah.
Back after left the Richmond Arena. That was way back. We telling our age with the Richmond Arena, but Greg Valentine, the Iron Sheik,
But
Jimmy
the particular
Snuka.
type of wrestling we were into, this was their circuit.
Oh,
it was
It was.
Jefferson Pilot. It was all up and down the East Coast.
Sure, you're right.
So we saw everybody when they went up and when they came back.
And every Saturday morning, you would watch. Man, that was
Johnny Valentine, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
All right, family. Now that we reminisced on the Richmond Coliseum that's about to be a memory soon, we're gonna shoot back over the south side and check on that bird, potatoes, and vegetables.
Yeah, because rule number 1 in any kitchen, if you're gonna cook, stay in the kitchen.
Stay in the kitchen. All right. We back in the kitchen. My man Chris.
Yeah.
What we looking like?
You have to get back in the kitchen because if you're cooking, like you said earlier, you have to stay in the kitchen.
Stay in the kitchen, exactly.
So what we're gonna do now is being that we got the chicken in the oven, it's been about 25 minutes or so. And the reason that I put a little bit of water and some butter in the pan was to give the chicken something to start making juices off of it. We also put a piece of aluminum foil over it. By the water working as an active ingredient in that, it should help the chicken cook faster from the inside. So I'm gonna grab that. Then that they saw it coming out from the raw. Always have a glove or a rag in your hand. Everything in the kitchen is hot. Can you get a close up of that, Brad? We getting there. So with the juices being made in the bottom, the chicken should be done a little bit faster by having a cover over it. Now we can take the cover off of it, put it back in the oven, which should put a crust on the chicken. All right? So that'll give us another 10 minutes or so. And then I think what we're gonna do today, gentlemen, being that we're gonna have a whole chicken, because you can't have baked chicken without no gravy. Am I right?
Right.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take that juice, the au jus, in the bottom of the pan when we get our vegetables started, and I'm gonna show them how to make a roux. And a roux is just no more than a simple thickening ingredient, and it comes from flour and butter. That's all it is. So being that you're feeding your family, and by the way, never do that. Always, if you open a can and you don't take the can top fully off, put it back with a knife or something, because these can get very jagged as you can tear your fingers off. So I'm gonna put these string beans in here, because it's just us. I'm gonna add some of the potatoes that we cooked off a little bit earlier, which should be nice and done. All right, over medium heat. Take that, flip that around, let that simmer for a while. Hey, Jaquan, you remember that's how Grandma used to do it, right?
That's exactly how Grandma used
All right, so in the middle pan, then we're gonna put some corn in here. I'm just gonna let that cook in its juices right quick. And for that, I think I'm gonna add just a touch of crushed red pepper. How about that?
All right, heat it up a little bit.
Yeah, give it a little bit of heat. You might even actually add some brown sugar in it. All right, so the next thing, the most important thing that we talked about earlier, when you do a chicken, I don't know many people that would do a chicken without some gravy. So we're gonna teach you how to do a roux. This is something that I did at the folk festival.
That's right.
You were at the folk
Me and
festival.
my family were there.
Okay,
It was a very good presentation.
All right, thank you very much for that.
That's right.
So a roux can go from anything to and it's all about color.
Okay.
So with the roux, you can do a country gravy, which you would find on chicken fried steak,
Right.
or items of that such, which would have a lighter color. All right. So that would be more white and light beige. Chicken gravy to me is somewhere in a light brown to tan color. When you burn a roux darker than that, when you get down into dark brown and almost scorched and black, that should be for your gumbos and your jambalayas.
Okay.
So we're doing chicken. So I'm gonna add some butter in here. All right, want to make sure you got enough butter in there. I got some flour here, and use anything in the kitchen that you have. But I'm gonna pour a little bit of that in there to make a roux. All right. Key ingredient for that is not only do you want it to cook, but you want it to mash. So I'll add some butter, and I want to stir this around. See how it's turning brown already?
So butter and flour is all we got so far.
Butter and flour, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
And that's gonna be it, period.
Yeah, that's really going to be it, period.
Okay.
I'm going to add a little bit of water to touch this up.
Okay.
But when that chicken comes out, all of the seasonings and that's going in here. That's how Grandma had made the gravy.
Right, it sure did.
All right. You use everything in the kitchen. You ain't got to go out and buy nothing new, brand new. You can go through your kitchen, and the key is to learn how to do a little bit of everything. So I think that's going to come out really nice. A little bit of Italian to get out a little bit of color. And we're gonna throw some salt, pepper, and garlic in there. All right, put a little bit in the corn. All right, since I got a little bit. All right, so we're gonna do that. See how this turns brown as they want. I add these last couple little pieces of butter. And that's gonna give us a nice brown color. Now, I know you sit here and you thinking that it looks lumpy now. Once you add water or juice to this, it should all come out smooth. The key to making people having lumpy gravy is to add the flour at the wrong time. If you already got the pot of water on and all your seasonings, this, that, and the other, when you do something like that and you add the flour later, have you ever found out that you get lumps in it or you get the white clumps in it that you just can't beat out? You can't strain out none of that. This is how you get by that. All right, so I got some water here. And you add it a little bit at a time. You ain't making soup, you want to be able to adjust. So I added a little flour. Water. I'm gonna let that cook down a little bit. Add a little bit more water. Stir that around. I got some chicken base over here too that I'm gonna use to give it a good flavor. And I also wanted to make enough gravy for us to enjoy. I'm gonna do that. And while it's sitting here, I'm gonna let that turn a little bit brown. You see, that color right there would be more of a country style gravy. You see what I'm saying?
Chicken fried.
Yeah, exactly. So as soon as we get that to brown up a little bit, we're gonna come back to you, we're gonna pull this chicken out, and we're gonna finish up this meal, because we're just about done. All right, so see how that's coming out? The key to making a good gravy is to take it up past the point where you actually wanna have it at. If you like really, really thick gravy, you want to add a little bit more water. See how we did that? And now
the water's gonna burn off.
The water's going to burn off. You always cook up to bring it back down.
That's smooth.
All right?
Not a lump in there.
Not a lump in that. All right? So what we're going to do now, take us a bit of chicken base. Now you can use chicken base, you can use bouillon cubes or whatever works for you. All right, but this gives you some of that flavor, and then when we add the sauce in the bottom of the chicken, that's going to give it some kick. This will also give you a little bit different color. But this adds like that, chicken base to me is like that missing ingredient when you're making gravy. Because, you know, if you just got salt, pepper, and flour, that's what it's going to taste like.
Now let me ask you this, what is the difference between the chicken base and like a chicken broth that you would get in liquid food? Is it the same, just solid and liquid, or is there a difference between what
I prefer the solid and the base because it's more versatile.
Okay.
If I got chicken base or bouillon cubes or whatever, that gives me a more water-based thing.
Okay.
And I just prefer to use something that's more solidified. To me, I can adjust that. I can't really see or, you know, work through a liquid form. Yeah.
Understood. Good to know.
All right.
And what is that again that you put in?
That's the jerk.
Okay, that's a jerky. Okay.
Yeah. That's the jerk. All right, now it's time to get the chicken out of here.
All right.
Let's see what we got here.
Moment of truth. Oh man.
How does that look, gentlemen?
That's pretty.
That's pretty. That's a good looking bird.
Golden brown.
Yeah, golden brown. So
Look good, sounds good.
smell good.
Right.
So what we're gonna do is, I learned from the women in my family, use everything in the pan. So by adding a little water, see how the seasoning and all that breaking, you get a shot of that on the top. All of that right there you can use. All right? So what I'm gonna do now, and my knife of choice is a meat cleaver. Why? Because it can also be a spatula. And always keep your knives sharp in the kitchen, y'all. A dull knife can do more damage than any sharp tool you ever use. The reason I did that was because our next move is to take all of this delectable juice and go where?
That gravy.
Right in that gravy.
Right.
All right. Stir that up and see what the content is. See, for me, Jay, it's more of a color thing.
Yeah.
I know exactly where I want to be. The seasons will all come into play. And then, you know, with the flour, like I said, take it up with the water, and then you look to see if you got that consistency.
Okay.
And we started this with what? Nothing but something. This ain't nothing but a chemistry project.
It really is.
Butter and flour.
But it looks just like what you buy out of the jar in the store. But I know it tastes better. I already know. I can smell that it tastes better than the jar. Indeed.
We'll add the rest of that. Okay. We're gonna whip that up, and the next time y'all see us, we liable to have greasy lips over here, because it's time for us to break bread.
It's time to break bread.
All right, so basically we just get the cook, and they're coming straight off of the bone. So take the eggs off, take the wings off. I got my man Mo here. We're gonna cut up some chicken. See, and by putting it in the pan and covering it up first, see how it come out and it just fall off the bone?
You got your top crispy and your
Exactly.
Right.
Like butter. All right. So I don't think we're gonna be filming much more because we got about to eat, y'all.
I'm ready for that. That's what it's all about.
How was that, Jay?
That was delicious. That was delicious. Unbelievable.
Well, thank you for that. First and foremost, I want to say that, you know, it took us, I think after total tally, we still hadn't spent $17.
Yeah, about 16 and some change. So we
Okay,
still had three and some change
And
left.
we done fed 5 grown men, at least. 5 grown men.
Yes.
And that's off of a whole chicken, some canned string beans, a 5-pound bag of potatoes, and a can of corn.
Right.
The most we added at the end of that was the flour to make the roux. So we made a gravy. We want to keep things simplistic. We want to keep them easy and safe. So,
And your creativity adds to the flavor. That's what really is the key that I see that you do. It's your creativity, you know.
you know what? And for me, in my brain, all of that ties into how we came up with hip hop and this, that, and the other.
It really is synonymous.
When you picking them crushed red peppers, that salt, that pepper, that garlic, and all of that stuff, it's just like us going through them records, like them Bob James records we were talking about
Trying to
earlier.
hi-hat, trying to chop up.
Exactly. I need a snare, but I don't need that much gate on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're the chef behind the boards and the chef in front of the stove.
It's all music and food, baby. That's how we do.
That's what it is. All right, so Jaquan, once again, Chris Brooks, we'd like to thank y'all for checking out our presentation. Join us next time as we delve more into music, food, and how they correlate together. No question.
Most definitely. It's like we stated earlier. It's 2 things that make life run better. Either that music or that food. And we just happen to be putting them both together.
2 forms of nutrition, put them together.
Exactly. See y'all next time.
Peace.
Seven, what you doing back there?
Okay, all right.